let's. Morning, Anthony, Nicholas. Let's take a look where we're at, what we can expect today. We zoom out of it and see where we're at. We are still in this actually, that bullish order flow that we are creating for this 4 hours right here. Very low sound, okay. Is this better? You want to turn me, or do you want to put me a little bit higher again? Is this better? Yes? Okay. Perfect. So first expectancy for today is that we still trade up higher. We actually, yesterday, this was actually the high that we took, the orb range, and then actually Trump came on. We see that he actually pushed the market back to that low. We tapped that 4 hour, it held actually, because that was that low. It should have held, it did, and we actually had a bullish reaction off of this. So my expectancy, if we follow the order flow, at this point, we go in staircases slowly further up. So the next target would be actually these equal highs that are still intact. So that would be the main target for today. If we go to an hourly, doesn't mean that if we have today our range and we come back a little bit lower, this would actually be that target. A full hourly for value gap right here. So if we go down, that would be the first target. If we go up, those equal highs right above us is actually very close by too. So that would be my first two targets that we have for today. Once we hit those, we can see how the market reacts and actually change accordingly, of course. So there's also two stacked 15 minutes, so if we do fall to those, we probably hit the lowest one. So once we tap that 15 right here, small 15 minutes for value gap right here, let's see how we react off of this one. So another 5 minutes for the range, and then we actually will see. Morning euros. Yeah, Unisha took profit yesterday, but not moving stops. On both sessions actually, she took profits. The morning session and the afternoon session actually. So we do have a little bit of news at 8:30. A lot of yellow and orange folders too, so they can move the market a small bit, but not too much. So if the market does react on this 15 minute and we fall down, yeah, this would be of course our target then. Right here. We have a pretty small range today, about 20 points, so that's actually nothing. And normally you receive that funded pretty quickly. And more actually after the day after the trading session is done, you should receive an email, and then you can actually immediately trade off of it. So this is our range. We did have a little bit of an reaction off of this 15 minute right here, so that means that we do probably will continue lower. We have equal lows just below, so I do want to see how we react off of this, and if we fall further down, of course, like I said, this was the main target. We will have to watch how we react under this low too, but that would be the main target. Nonetheless, the major order flow today is still bullish, so same as yesterday. We do have a 2 minutes, so the target would be up fully for our stop, of course. We have a lot of 1 minute value gaps right here too, so we did take that high, so and now we had that strong reaction off of it. So my main idea is that we actually fall further down now, because we came into a 15. We actually tapped that 15 right here at the high. So if we go under this and see that continuation, yeah, this is our next target, of course. So first 5 minutes will not be a close. I do want to see definitely a push further. Doesn't mean I don't mind which direction, but like I said, upstairs we had these gaps right here, and still that target from yesterday has been untouched. But for now, let's be patient. Anybody listened yesterday to the book that I shared? That 15-minute small book from It Works. If you have the time, do it. You will actually be pleased about the outcome, what it brings. It's only a 15-minute audiobook, but it takes you about a half hour of work also inside, so it's actually a fun thing to do. So this was a respected 3 minutes, so we came in with a value gap, so we're pushing lower, so that would be nice to see if we can hold this now. So there was no close. So we actually will have maybe that close directly on that news. So we will see what happens. So 3 more minutes. That does look like it wants to take out at least this liquidity here, just below here. So that sell side liquidity will be taken definitely. And then I want to see how we react off of it. So my next target, like I said, will be 23,431, and then a 15-minute right here. Those are actually stacked. It's also 1 hour for value gap right down. So but we know that that is trading against the major trend at this point, so always keep that in mind. If you're trading against the trend that we actually, yesterday that didn't expect this one too. After the high was taken, that 4,500 level, actually again, I said 509 to take profits, something, actually it dipped, and then actually it immediately fell back to the low. So half hour in the stream now, or almost a half hour in the stream, and actually still inside that order range, so not much movement. I did see that we have also news in the afternoon session. So here's that news, 3, 2, 1. So this actually did nothing. Tik je geen close. So let's see if we get it close now. About 5 minutes. Or 3 minutes. put some music on for today. Een muziekje voor ons. Ik zei één muziekje voor ons. The good thing right now that actually all for value gaps have been taken. So that was the last 2 minute, 3 minute right here. It's now getting touched. That's one way to do it. Everything's closed now, and we can see that. Look, it's chopped at this moment. So we came above that one more time now. So we tapped that 50 minute twice now already. We are building up, like you can see all right here. We're building up some sell side liquidity. So buy side has been taken right now. I do want to see some action actually, because if we sit around here and do this all day, then we can be very happy actually that we have a range and we don't trade outside that range. So we don't have 2 minutes for value gaps inside. We have a 1 minute. Yeah, we do have that 1 minute right here still. So starting Monday, I will start learning you guys how to trade continuations and how to add to a continuation trade. The orb you all can take already from now on. I believe you don't actually need me anymore. The targets for order flow or just anything else of trading, the targets are always the same. So liquidity pools stay the same. Nonetheless, if it's a continuation movement or a reversal pattern or anything else, all these liquidity pools always stay the same. So still in the range, we are actually 40 minutes in stream at this point. We haven't moved anything. So I do, like I said, I do want to see some movement, because if we stay around here, this is actually no way that we can trade this. still 3 more minutes to go. Let's see. We have actually a decent group in here. We have 18. We're with 18 today. And everybody is familiar how to trade the pre-orb already in here. Morning, you. Good response. If somebody isn't, just tell me so I can explain, of course. I do believe we will take out this liquidity right here that we're creating, so this is actually build up liquidity. Nonetheless, if it's now or it's actually at session. Oh, this is also session low. This is Asia low. So again, for everybody to remind, orb is a continuation movement too, so that means that it needs an expansion to be able to trade it. This is not what we want to see if you want to trade orb, of course. Good morning, Emily. So another 5 minutes, no close yet. So we're actually 15 minutes from open. The news did nothing, so let's hope we are not actually stalling for the news in the afternoon. I would prefer us to see actually us go up, but this 15 minute and the liquidity that's been manufactured right here below it, I do think we will take this. After we taken this, and then we can actually Oh, yeah, this is choppy. Correct. So if we watch in the 1 and the 2 minutes, nothing is respected. So same as a minute. We're actually ranging a little bit too, but this was chopped. So this here is chopped. This is ranging afterwards. So for value gaps, we taken it. So we changed direction again. For value gaps, held. So we're now moving further up. This right here is fully chopped. This is actually those parts where for value gaps are inside. Those are actually ranging markets. So sideways. It's a bit different. Yeah, in a chopped market you actually don't see any for value gaps or nothing. They're just candles forming on each other. Nothing what we can do actually. Here people lose a lot of money, not win a lot of money because nothing makes any sense. And in this market, some people trade ranges, so that's actually constantly a reversal pattern that we use. So some people trade this. I don't. I prefer not to. I prefer an expansion. Being patient until I see that. So if we want to watch order flow and watch the 3 minute, actually what did the 3 minutes do? So we came down, we had a fair value gap right here. We tapped the 15, so we moved lower. We did take a little bit of liquidity, not much. I believe that actually we wanted to take all. We did not. We sit around here. We came to that fair value gap right here. It got disrespected on this candle. We took the highs. So now, if we create that, actually we want to see smaller fair value gaps on the lower time frame create. So we have a 3 minute right here. We tap that. So if we now breach to the upside, that means that we are expecting the order flow that goes upwards again. So we have a 3 minutes that was here tapped. It was still valid. So this one actually is invalid now. So there's also a 3 minute right here. This one got disrespected on this wick here. So we took it we took the high. So that we want to see if we create new fair value gaps to the upside. If these respect, if they do, that means that the market is trending higher. On the lower time frame, of course. If you watch on the 5 minutes, here there was nothing inside, so we couldn't see anything. So this in the 5 minutes this is chopped. Nothing tells us here. On the 15 minutes, this is just being the same. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15 minutes doing nothing, sitting just beside each other. So yeah. We're taking LR up high. What does LR mean again? Wait. Shortings. Did Asia take previous day high from yesterday? Or yeah, or from today? Yeah. Yeah, Asia take previous day. Yeah. Full correct. Nicely seen, Belmont. Yeah, daily order flow, we can see that we're doing the same. So no fair value gaps in the dailies. We tapped that daily fair value gap. We came down. We took the lows. So here we just been patient also. Not much movement either. We took that sell side liquidity and we had a reaction off of that. Low resistance, low liquidity, right? Okay. Yeah, there is no movement actually. Yeah, that was actually the nicest trade for the day already. That was actually when that previous day high got taken. We saw reaction off of it. Now we're following that order flow still a bit lower, but we stopped actually at this base now. So We made a high, a low, a lower high, and now we are patiently being going sideways. That's on a 5 minutes. On a 15 minute we actually did the same. On an hourly we did not create any lows yet, so we're still going up higher. Because that was the high, that was the low. Here we took that high with a wick, but we didn't create any lows, so as long as we don't create a low under here, we're still creating highs. Probably the market is just being patient until London opens. If so, we will do the same. We got 8 minutes still open. Wacht, ik moet een akkoordje sexy. Ja, ik weet dat iets gebeurd is. Maar kijk hoe dan mijn telefoon hè? Mijn telefoon is goed. So if we see the market do the same movement over and over again and the 9 o'clock does not give us any expansion, I will not touch this market until we see something. Nonetheless, we're here, so anybody that's here right now and followed the plan constantly over and over again, be happy that you're here. That's the show up is better. Is more important than actually taking that trade. That's making your consistency, building up a good habit for trading. But for now, can you guys hear actually the background sound too? Or is it not possible to hear it through my mic? It's just somebody speaking actually. Or positive mindsets speaking, spoken. So Fridays will be a no speaking trading lesson or trading session, so we'll be in silent again.
Success cometh, wealth cometh.
We are taking at Discord. What?
How to stop saying
So in about 2 minutes the lessons is uploaded too from Tuesday. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not watching Discord at the same time that I'm trading, so I can't. I'm a multiple person, so I can do multiple things, but I cannot do all of that together, so I need to be patient. One thing at a time, for me. So here we take the liquidity right now. See if we do have that close to. If we don't push low right now, we should have that strong reaction in the next minute. So if we just needed that liquidity to push up higher, we will see this in about a minute from now. So in about a minute and a half we have that target. So my first target would definitely be Asia low if we fall further down. Next target, like I said, that 15 minutes just below. So if London decides actually to follow us up, that would be amazing to see. So we do have open in a minute. We did create some for value gap, so the highs, yeah, it will be at the high that you will need to put your stop, of course. So that's about 30 seconds to that close. I do want us to stay under that liquidity pool right here. So it's actually immediately on open, so to know we can move a little bit up again because of open, or open just decides immediately to dump the same way. So that's a close, so that would be the entry. If you want to be patient for a minute, I'm okay with that too. Like I said, London can push it up a bit higher again and then continue lower. If London wants to actually take the most liquidity pool, we will definitely head for the Asia low, because daily high has been taken, so we probably will take Asia low first and then continue up higher. Stop should be at the high, of course. This would be our stop. So that would look something like this. So we tapped that 3 minute for value gap right now, so in the next 3 minutes I do want us to continue to fall off of it. That was the only thing I was a little bit worried about. That was the open. So if you did not take it before open, I understand. So some of you put in your plan, if it didn't move outside the range before 9, that you would actually not take it. So That was the only thing I didn't like. I was open straight at it. So my wife did take it, so she took a loss right here. So again, if it's in your plan that you don't trade open, if the minute if the candle closes off the open, you cannot, of course. The stop was correct, the movement was correct. We had that order flow downward, so we just took out the high one more time. So we are chopping around right now. So I still got the feeling that we will take that low. I believe that was the fastest trade we ever took, a 1 minute trade. Yeah, there was nothing else where I could put my stop actually, so we took out all the liquidity down and up now. If this is the first time you traded open, or before open on London actually, put in your notes if you don't want to trade again when open actually comes, that you just put into your trading plan. I don't trade the last 5 minutes of the pre-orb session until London actually gives me the sign that he wants to continue, yes or no. I know Anthony actually doesn't, so he should not have taken this trade. You did take that. No, you didn't do anything wrong. You were correct to take it. There was a warp close. I believe you have one of your notes that you told me that you would not trade when open came in the first hour. If we did breach it in the first hour. No, this could have just easily dumped immediately to HLO 2. There were both options here. So this is something you cannot predict on an open. So or the open just decides to take liquidity one more time and chop around for the rest of the day, or it actually decided to immediately fall to HLO. And this is something you have to decide for yourself in your trade plan. Do you trade open, yes or no? Nonetheless, if I would have taken orb, I would have taken it too, so I say I always take it. The highest that was actually the perfect stop, so there was nothing what we could have done here to prevent this. So I'll be patient. Let's see if we see something in London itself. Maybe we do get an extra chance. But I do want to see a continuation movement in the next 8 minutes actually. So after that, opening range came, I do want to see a movement then in one or the other direction. Doesn't matter which one, but I do want to see a continuation. Otherwise, I won't touch it again, because look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 15 minutes and we're still inside that same range. Hey. I do prefer weeks with no news. That's so much easier to trade. Like I said, there is employment rates this afternoon at 2:15 and at 2:30 Canadian trade balance, US trade balance. So it's possible that we'll just be patient until that news comes out to do anything. That will definitely have a nice movement. So if the 5-minute candle goes outside the range just before open, is it better to wait till the opening candles, or just stick to the plan and take? That's up to you. So you can choose here which one you prefer. I've seen it play out and I've seen it not play out. So I've seen both. I prefer to take it always to make the habit, and just if it doesn't go your way, take the not profit. Just be okay with it. Like I said, Asia low was just below us, so there was a big possibility that we just tapped that Asia low and then actually moved off of it. But we still don't see an actually huge expansion, so we just had a little bit of movement up right now, and we're still not moving hardly. So if we watch that 3 minute, what did we do actually? So if we zoom this out, so this was the ranging part that we were inside, so that chopped market. We took out, actually here, we took out buy side liquidity with this wick. We took out sell side liquidity, and now we are ranging again. So we're still in that 15 minute right here, so we didn't fully filled it, so we're still being patient in that 15 minutes. So actually we didn't do anything in this last hourly. Doesn't always happen before pre-market. Normally we have some movement, but this, yeah, can happen too. And you just take the profits with the not profits and just be okay with it. The long run it will play out. This is why that book, Best Loser Win, is actually a very good name for trading. Because the best traders are actually the people that can take the L's against them with the not profits and just be okay with it. But like I said, Emily, it's up to you. You can choose into your plan, but write it down which one you prefer. And if you prefer to not trade it, then be okay if the market does go correctly. And if you prefer to trade it, then be okay if the market doesn't go also. Because if it does go correctly, yeah, you will have a different feeling, of course, than when it immediately stops us out. But when it does go correctly and you are not in it, you will have the opposite feeling of the day. So you'll be more in FOMO for missing out a movement. But that is a choice, and a choice you need to fill in for yourself. So and then you just need to stick to it. Did everybody read his trading plan before starting? If you did, good work. So, like I said, I was correct that we're gonna take out that sell side liquidity right here, and I did want to see us react off of it. How would we react off of it? I did not expect us to do it actually at open. I would prefer that we did this a little bit before open. I believe this is also 15 minutes that we came into. Yeah. Just make sure if you did take a not profit, for the next trade that you take, that you actually keep it to the percentages correctly. So I mean that you have to count what you did not make profit off of the total of the amount that you have. Oh yeah, I didn't remember. I got Q&A in about, so I only have 15 minutes left in this session. Took about 14 minutes in this session, so I will not be able to follow this up. I need to do Q&A in a bit. So I'll understand why actually this market decided to move further up after that buy side liquidity was taken. That was actually the last part that we could have taken it off. So we're still in the last for value gaps right up here. So on that 15 minute actually. We tapped that highest one now, so if we do want to expand, it should be right here immediately. So 1 more minute till that range closes actually of the opening of London's. I would prefer us actually to close above that high. That would be actually an ideal play. The thing is, if you want to take this second trade, you have a 45 point stop actually. We're still inside our range nonetheless, so we're still in this U-shape form, so we're still actively trading on that 15 minutes, so we actually did not take that 15 minute yet. So that's the only thing I don't like about this movement. We did had a sharp reaction off of this, so the continuation play should be valid. But just because we have been chopping a bit, so if you did want to take that one more time, so that would be right there, stops that low, and then we would target actually those equal highs still for me. That would be my first target. But because of we've been chopping around, I would actually not touch it. It's a very undecided market at this point, so we came in a fair value gap, we tapped it, we tapped the lows, we had a reaction off of it, and now we are doing the same movement again. So in about a minute or 5 we will see if we do have that expansion, yes or no, or that this market just wanted some liquidity again and then fall all the way back. But that would be the odd play, of course, of London itself. But the reason why I wouldn't take it is just because we have too much sideways movement. I believe the market will be stalling for the afternoon session. That's a strong 2 minute back down. Same nonetheless for that 5 minute too. So the reason why the market does this before huge news is actually it needs liquidity then to push that news event actually in the direction that it wants to push it. So we're just being sideways movement at this time until that actually happens. We did had a few expansions already during this week, so we had a nice expansion right here. We came back, we had again an expansion, so we did have a few expansions already, so it's normal then to the market go a bit sideways. So no major liquidities taken, no major movements at this point. So if I was you and you wanted to trade London, I would actually be patient until you actually see that continuation movement until a direction. But at this point we are still sideways for too long at this point, so I don't believe we will have a movement in the next half hour. My first idea still follows my feelings that we will take out the Asia low and go to this gap. That's still my main idea that I want to see for then that expansion for this afternoon movement on that news. But at this point that looks like it just wants to go sideways. I got Q&A in about 30 minutes, so I'll end the stream with this. Like I said, starting next week on Monday, I'll try to do 2 screens. One with the order presented on the side, and the other one will be me explaining how to trade expansions or continuation movements. So where the real liquidity is, that we can put our stops there to continue. This is the same how we add to trades. It will take a bit longer before we can enter a trade, of course, but I will start showing you some new stuff too. This will give you more confidence when we're actually trading the order range, that you see the direction too. But for now, if you watch this 5 minute, it actually came in. It looks like it wants to fall again. We still have a value gap here, so it could tap that and then continue, but at this point I have no idea. It actually looks like a chopped market. So I would not touch it at this point anymore. If you're not in anything, I would be patient until we see at least this high get taken. So that means that we do have that continuation, that our 15 minute failed, and that we actually reacted off of this 15 minute. Then Asia high will be the target, of course, or even higher. But nonetheless, I do wish you a good session in London if you still want to trade. But I believe the most movement will be for this afternoon. Well, actually the news event comes out, that will be around 2:30 instead of 3:30, of course. I do not trade news, so I'll be patient and see if we still have a movement afterwards. I wish you all a great session otherwise, and for the people that are in the Discord, I'll see you back in about 30 minutes.